Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Oh, what's this? A new vehicle variant coming out soon? There was an Inside Star Citizen episode Driving Force with a sprint report on a load of cool little bits that Cloud Imperium are working on. And I'll start with one of the meatier things here. They're working on a new Cyclone MT, which has a large caliber gun and relatively big missiles, it appears, on a turret. I'm assuming MT stands for Missile Turret Variant. I thought this was the AA variant to start with, but it is indeed a different variant, but it looks like it might be with Alpha 3.13. Now, this gives you a lot of versatility in what you engage, whether it be another vehicle, whether it be a ship. I don't think it's got an EMP like the AA has. That makes sort of sense, right? It gives up that sort of ability, but I'm looking forward to seeing it in the game. But there are a load more updates here as well. They are currently working on the Nova tank. It's the first vehicle to use tracks and moves and turns using differences in speed of each track, and they have some more fine-tuned options for this vehicle than previously, as they've been building out improvements that are now coming to fruition. They've been working on some updates to the refinery kiosks with various quality of life improvements. They completed a sprint on some new overlays for refinery stations as well, and they've done a pre-lighting pass, which basically had them going, well, some of these stations are going to be smaller, less commercial variants. So we want industrial, smaller stations which focus more on being refineries or have less shops. Bam. So they've been working on that. Mining UIs saw work getting them ready for subcomponents and accurate visualizations of buffs and consumables in the sort of like UI format that's easy for players to read quickly and easily. There was also work on scan bars for a clean way of showing information to the player more easily as well. Showing, oh, what are you doing? You're scanning and you're lasering. The lighting team has also been working on various new features and gubbins for hab areas, a master control light switch for different light states, motion sensors, localized lighting buttons for each area, prop lights that you can place around and turn off and on too. They are working on destructible, replaceable colored lights for even more customization of those areas. They showed New Babbage's current white box progress of its hospital, from the service ward entering the lobby. They show the Aspire Grand with even more windows now that you can look out of the hospital from to the Aspire Grand above. There is a pharmacy on the right, and then on the left in this sort of lobby area, there's also an info and security station area. There are communal areas too, doctors and nurse and triage stations. You'll see more character come to this as it progresses and more areas open up. This immersive hospital will really punch above its weight class. Something fidelity. Colonial outposts are also continuing through their white box phase. They're working out how the modules and buildings will connect to each other, and working on the viz areas, getting runtime probes in so lights can accurately come from the windows whatever time of day, and actually the light from inside can effectively be shown outside. They are taking another pass at the bathroom area, as they thought it looked a bit too much like a spaceship's bathroom. Interactable spaces and habs are getting customization options for directive flare and useful items there too. Really looking forward to customizing my hab in the future, even if it's just an early stage version of it where it's not a proper hab that I own. The social space in the center has gone through several iterations. There's a garage as well where you can store a buggy, and they want an airlock in that room too, so you know some planets and moons aren't going to have the best atmosphere outside, and you want an airlock for pressurization, depressurization, and, you know, to keep all the air in. They want a hatch in the top as well. They showed off an awesome experiment on the Dying Star asset from Arena Commander, from one of the earliest maps we had in Star Citizen. This uses lighting effects ahead of some work on Pyro, merging it with some improved particle system stuff. It was just a VFX doodle apparently done during a meeting, but they thought it looked pretty cool, and we should see improvements to Star Citizen's older maps and assets in the future, as well as some really cool stuff like this. Ground vehicles were a big focus of this episode, and we mentioned a couple of things earlier with the tank and with the new Cyclone MT, but ground vehicles serve a different purpose in Star Citizen than spaceships. They give you quick access to movement on the ground and more function on the ground than you would be allowed in your little normal person running around, but also They get to some places where ships can't, and in the future that's going to be because of environmental hazards, because of turrets, because of whatever. Maybe it's just more efficient for you to use a ground vehicle. Maybe there's nooks and crannies you can't get in with the ship. They are working on a physical-based wheel movement model that simulates the contact with the ground and then works out how quickly the wheel is driven based on the engine actually driving it. All of the ground vehicles in game are wildly different at the moment. Players will see vehicles act more believably and slide more when appropriate. They're improving all the physics-based stuff basically for movement, and that should allow us to have significantly better vehicle experience with that. There are camera improvements coming up too. It isn't going to be a full simulation though, so bear that in mind. They do want to gamify it and for it to be fun. They also want to bring all the systems for ground vehicles up to the same sort of standard as ships systems. Missile improvements and the missile operator mode will be coming to vehicles too. They're working towards better UIs for ground vehicles, and further in the future we're going to have coordinates and compass sort of stuff on the UI so we can work out where we are and where we're going. Boom! That's it for the summary today. But what do you think? Are you looking forward to hospitals and medical gameplay? Better ground vehicles? Ooh, think of the Daymar Rally with better ground vehicles and racing for the game. What about that new Cyclone MT? I actually really want that. Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I'm a massive NordVPN shill. Zin somehow represent shilling on the screen. In the current climate and modern digital age, you want your spaceships and internet browsing histories to remain yours and yours alone. I don't want some guy, let's call him Big Jake. I don't want Big Jake to see what I've been looking at. I don't want to even keep a record of what I've been looking at. No stealing my credit card infos. No, 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 no. NordVPN provides protection and anonymity, it makes you anonymous, and accessibility to the internet. And if you are looking for a VPN, consider it, because it's also cheap. Or use the links below for discounts and deals. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and March is no different. We're giving away a trio of ships, one each to 3 lucky winners. This month with a Origin 100i, 125A and 135C, all with game packages. Zin, have them flying around screen. All you need to do to be in for a chance to win one of those is comment on any of my videos made throughout the month. More details down below in the description. Please remember to like, subscribe and share the video, tickle the bell, whatever that means. It helps grow the channel and helps us make content more regularly. If you would like to further support the channel, please consider becoming a YouTube member with the join button below the video. You'll get some exclusive content each month as well as a badge and emotes to use in your comments. There's also Patreon and direct donation links too. It's all down in the description below. Click on all of it. All of it. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great March and roll on Alpha 3.13. Say thanks for watching, Zin.
Thanks for watching, Zin.